I spent 7 days alone in Joshua Tree National Park. I have been to this park before, but on this visit, I learned there are two versions of Joshua Tree National Park. There's the version that everyone sees with short hikes from well-known trailheads like Ryan Mountain Trail, Barker Dam, Hidden Valley, Panorama Loop, Skull Rock, Warren Peak, Keys View Overlook, or Mastodon Peak, just to name a few. These hikes are undoubtedly beautiful, but you never seem to be alone or far from civilization on these hikes. This is the version I saw the last time I came here, and I wrongly thought that this was all the park had to offer. However, deep within Joshua Tree National Park is a second version, one seldom seen or explored by less than 0.5% of the people who visit this park, where not only the crowds disappear, but where you can experience solitude and tranquility surrounded by the most beautiful scenery, sunrises, sunsets, and night skies that this amazing park has to offer. In this video, I will show you both versions of this park. This is Joshua Tree National Park.
Welcome to Joshua Tree National Park. Good morning from Joshua Tree National Park. This is day one. I arrived yesterday, spent the whole day traveling basically from Atlanta. Flew into Los Angeles, got a car rental, drove about 4 hours here, went to Walmart, picked up some necessities, set up camp. By the time I finished all of that, it was about 5 o'clock. I was just barely in time for the night sky program. It's 4:45 and everyone else is asleep, but I am going to Keys View to check out the sunrise. I am not a morning person, so to do this, it's kind of a big deal. It just reminds me of that meme of waking up at 4 a.m. to go to work, and it's just this sad, grumpy kid. And waking up at 4 a.m. to go hiking, it's Leonardo DiCaprio skipping through the woods.
Park Boulevard is the main artery that runs between the west and the north entrances in a U-shape. It is paved, well-maintained, and passes by most of the must-see rock formations. From point to point, it is approximately 27 miles.
A lot of rock climbing here. Just after Quail Springs, there's just a little gravel road, and there's a bunch of little rock climbing trails that you can see. I went down it for a bit to just check it out. But yeah, there's no shortage of rock climbing here. So this side road here takes you to Hidden Valley Campground and Baker Dam Echo. There's a bunch of trails here. Alright, just left Keys Ranch, Hidden Valley, and Baker Dam, and just continuing on Park Boulevard. So Key's View isn't really marked on the road, but this is it. Here on your right, you'll come to Juniper Flats. This is where you could go backpacking in part of the California hiking and riding trail. So here to your left, you'll have Lost Horse Mine Trail. It's down to gravel road, dirt road, but it's a pretty easily accessible. And there's a Lost Mine Loop Trail, I believe, down there. The hike combining Panorama Loop with the side trail to Warren Peak is a moderately strenuous, high desert adventure in the northwest corner of Joshua Tree National Park. Unlike the iconic boulder fields in the park's center, Black Rock Canyon features dense Joshua Tree forest, pinyon, juniper, woodlands, and dramatic ridgeline views of the San Bernardino Mountains. All right, guys. It's 11 o'clock. I'm about to start my first hike of the day. I am hiking into Black Rock Canyon a bit. I'm going to take California Trail for just a bit, then do a spur trail to Black Rock Canyon, do this loop, go up to Warren Peak, Morongo View Trail perhaps as well. All right, let's get started. we're under a wind advisory, and it's unseasonably cold. So it's about 33 degrees, 34 degrees up there, but with perpetual 20-mile-per-hour winds and gusts up to 40 or 50. You can see, a bit sandy. Alright, just past the short cut trail. We're at Burnt Hill. If you want to go that way to Panorama, Eureka Peak, Panorama Point, Panorama Loop, and Warren Peak is this way. That's where I'm going. So this trail is just on a wash. As you can see, sandy wash. So a little harder than normal hiking. Not too bad. Just a gradual uphill this entire time. About 1.5 miles. The trail leaves the wash and enters a skin. It's 1.7 and we made it to Panorama Loop. I'm just gonna go straight ahead. Trail's gonna come down that way. All right, over and out. Off way in the distance, you have snow-covered peaks. Crazy. It's like 70 degrees here. Right, straight up. When you stop for a view, just take a break. Good night. It's been a while since I've experienced wind like this.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
I've almost lost my hat like twice.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Wow.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient. Hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement. Top is so vacant. I don't hear shit,
Dear
but I think
Lord.
it's amazing. Waiting for my day when
Lost my hat once already.
1,000 faces. Hey, give me that clown. Get in my way, you don't get put down. It ain't your place, don't diss my town. If you want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, then losing shit. A stupid man, you choose
Lost my hat.
choose to fight or lose your grip and lose your
I don't know if you could even hear me. Right now you might.
I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wonder, are these two pine pinions?
There's no mercy in this world, just hunger thirsty persons.
No.
In different
Well,
versions, each do what they
no.
wish it worsens. Why?
Wonder what kind of
Back
pines
the
those
curtain
are.
and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance.
I guess two pine pinions are more in the
Don't treat me like a
Utah,
neighbor. Don't
Arizona
need the
section.
different flavors of your
The
problems
desert.
just to savor. I've got my own
Wow, look at this.
issues. I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you. Just go get your own tissue.
Holy crap.
I feel
That's a
like
big
I'm
one.
losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a
That's windy.
No kidding.
sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth, put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
So, made a friend, Mickey Mouse. Saw him just floating around. So I grabbed him, taking him back to the car. So sadly, there's a fire around here. A while ago. My friend Joshua is not very fire resistant. He's not a water type. So, yeah, he doesn't do too well with fires. Pretty much die. And then areas that have been burned typically make it difficult for Joshua to regrow. So, yeah, it's a little sad. Just walking through this patch of dead Joshua trees. I don't know if they're dead, but they're definitely burned. The High View Nature Trail is located in the Black Rock Canyon area in the northwest corner of Joshua Tree National Park. It is a shorter hike and easier hike than Panorama Loop, but still offers some of the best panoramic views of the park. It's too early to call it a day. So I'm hiking West Side Loop Trail. I'm going to do the High View Nature Trail as well. It'll be about 5 miles, maybe a little more. But I'm already on the trail. Right. For now. The sun hits the tree, it's really pretty. Gonna do the loop trail as well. I think it's only a mile. The Maze and Window Loop Trail is an approximately 7-mile hike that winds through a jumble of massive granite boulders and rock formations and boasts some of the park's healthiest Joshua tree groves. The Window Loop extension leads to a natural rock window formation. Alright guys, first up is the Maze Loop. There's big rocks everywhere you look. How cool is this place? About 1.1 mile in. 1.2. Just always have a big, stupid smile on my face anytime I come to any of these national parks. Life is good. At about 1.5 miles, you come to your first decision. I'm gonna go do the window loop, maze loop goes here. I'm probably going to be doing some backtracking because I want to do a lot of these loops here. Which walking through the Mojave Desert, something we do every day. No big deal. And you're just casually strolling through it. How cool is that? I see why rock climbers come here. That's some gritty rock. Reminds me a tiny bit of the Needles in Canyonlands National Park. Just a tad. About 2 miles in. Yeah, my first sighting of some really big barrel cacti. Saw a couple of small ones, but that's the first one of decent size that I saw. My old friend, the Utah Juniper. Saw a lot of those in Utah. About 3 miles in. There's rocks everywhere. Absolutely cool. About 3.8, you come to this little view of snow-covered mountains up there. It's pretty cool. I'm walking through the desert with no signs of water, and there's frozen snow, probably 20 miles as the crow flies. It's crazy to think. Looks like the trail might go along some of these rocks now. It's really cool. Like in them, not just around them. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe so. Yeah, definitely gotta pay attention in this little section. Oh, okay. Cool. It was an abrupt turn. I stopped to see the view. Now I saw the sign. I would have kept going straight. Hey, Blizzard. I see a good place with some shade and a view. Hopefully around here. I'm gonna take a little break, get some water. Just taking the view. I've been at it for almost 2 hours with no water. That's not smart. Alright guys, we made it to the intersection. North View Trail. And the Maze Loop Trail continues this way, back to the car. Lunch are champions. Tortillas, prosciutto, sharp cheddar cheese, some Powerade. Boy Scout Trail is an 8-mile one-way trail. It is a perfect beginner's backpack trail, offering a deep dive into the wonderland of rocks. Unlike the shorter, more touristy loops, this trail provides true wilderness experience and is the park's most popular route for overnight backpacking. Alright guys, starting backpack number 1 of this trip. It is Boy Scout Trail. It's a little under 8 miles each way. And then I'm setting up camp around 7 miles in. And then day hiking the rest. Once I set up camp. And maybe do Willow's Hole as well. Either tonight or tomorrow morning. Probably tomorrow morning. Here we go. We're about 0.8 miles into the Boy Scout Trail. Backpacking site 1 is 49 miles into the trail. At 1.1, we pass sites 2, 3, and 4. Go off some of those rocks. It's just hot. I don't know, 4.5 liters was enough water. Should have passed some water on the other side. .6 in. About 1.9, look into this little dead end. Trail goes to the left. You start a 800-foot climb. It's gonna be the only major climb of this section. Oh, that shade feels instantly 12 degrees cooler. The shade. Came across a fellow hiker who was waiting out the sun. I think that would have been a good idea for me, but I enjoy the suffering. So let's just go. That's at 3.1. Just gotta switch back in the hill. Yeah, from down there. It is hot, and that's that 40-mile-per-hour winds right about now. Trail came from down there, zigzagged up here, and continues steeply up this way. Alright, we're at 4 miles, and we finished the steep switchbacks. I think there's still another little climb up here, Another 200 feet. Now it levels out. We're back in smash hiking. Before we start the climb, we gotta get out of this bowl. So, definitely some climbing in my future. Huh, what's this? Maybe something that used to hold water for hikers? Or cows? Oh. 5.4. Trail has leveled out for the last, I want to say, 0.75. Just making for some cruisy hiking. Backcountry campsite 13. This will be home for the night. Here we are. So, I met a backpacker who was finishing up the trail, and he said he would leave me some gifts at under the sign. So that is cool, and I know that the gifts for me because he wrote on them saying this is for the hiker in the blue hoodie. So how awesome. Got some trail magic out here. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. I swear, when waiting for food to rehydrate while backpacking, 10 minutes never feels like 10 minutes. I swear, there's some like black hole energy somewhere in the universe where anytime you're rehydrating food on a backpack, time gets dilated and 10 minutes feels like 30. Ugh, I'm ready to eat. Goodbye, camp. It is about 7:30 and I'm about to head off. Got 7.2 miles back to my car. And I got 2 liters of water, so that's plenty. It's astounding how quiet the desert is. Like, nothing is stirring at night. I had a decent night of sleep. It was just starting to get hot. It was too hot to be in my sleeping bag, so I used it as a blanket, and it was still kind of hot. It was too cold without anything, so it was just that constant trying to regulate your body temperature thing. It wasn't too bad though. Around 2 o'clock, it finally got cool enough where I could use it as a blanket and really get some sleep. So I got okay sleep. Alright guys, I'm about 3 miles from my campsite, a little over. And I return to the rock garden. Alright. I don't think I'm going to be showing much on this rocky downhill because it's super steep. The loose gravel is kind of slippery. So, I think it's going to be the end of the recording for Boy Scout. I think I'm going to call it here and just keep hiking. Indian Cove Nature Trail is a short 0.6-mile educational nature loop trail which is lined with interpretive signs. So I just finished the Boy Scout trail. It's just right above this Indian Cove Nature Trail, so I figured I might as well go check it out. It's only 0.6 miles. Pretty easy. I'm happy I did this little short trail. I learned a couple of different plants that I haven't seen before, or I've seen, but I didn't know exactly what they were. So that's cool. You always learn something on these nature trails, and they're usually short and easy, so you can squeeze them in quite easily. A lot of rock climbing here. It's very popular for rock climbers. A lot of the park is really popular for rock climbing. I've seen them everywhere. And trails that go to rock climbing places everywhere in the park. I'm not a rock climber, I have no desire to be, but if you are, not a bad park for it. Hidden Valley Loop Trail is a short but scenic 1-mile trail. It is widely considered the best introduction hike to Joshua Tree National Park. It is known for its rock-enclosed valley, which provides its own microclimate protected from the harsh winds. Hidden Valley Nature Loop Trail. So many people here. Pinyon Pine. It is different than the 2 Pinyon Pine that's in Utah. And as you can see, there's you can. It's permissible to go a little off trail here, climb up the rocks. So you see a lot of people doing that. You can, so long as you avoid the vegetation. I was climbing a great burrito today, and I'm hungry now. I want a great burrito. That was the plan. Echo Trail and Barker Dam Trail is one of the most popular hikes in Joshua Tree. This 2.5-mile out and back trail leads hikers past historic petroglyphs on the way to a dam built by early cattlemen in 1900 to create a watering hole for livestock. When full, the reservoir behind the dam reflects the surrounding boulders. Alright guys, starting at Echo Rock Trailhead. I'm going to be doing Echo Rock Trail to Baker Dam, and then come back, loop around, come back. I think it's about a 2.3, 2.4 mile hike. minimal elevation gain. The temperature dropped another 10 degrees from yesterday. So it feels amazing right now. This cloud cover, as you can see, it's like 64. It is freaking amazing right now. A lot of the trails, as you can see, are marked with these metal signposts. And for the most part, the National Park Service in this park does a really good job marking the trails. Excellent job, really. Trail comes from down there, goes up this rock outcropping. It's pretty cool. Archaeological site. A strange rock right there. I don't know what it looks like, but it looks like something. This is the Hall of Horrors. Really short, like 0.6 mile trail. I use this as a wake up the legs hike before I do Ryan Mountain. Morning in the desert is just so peaceful. You know, the songbirds going. You see some rabbits, some jackrabbits, some muskrats or pack rats, whatever they're called. It's very cool. Nothing beats the desert in the morning and at dusk.
Iron Mountain Trail is one of the most rewarding and popular hikes in Joshua Tree National Park. Located in the heart of the park, this 3-mile out and back trail leads to the summit of Ryan Mountain, the park's second highest peak at 5,457 feet, and offers panoramic and 360-degree views perfect for sunrise or sunset.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. I'm always flirting with pain, she like to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same. I keep on building a dynasty while the haters be trying me, but they hate from inside. You see, hate themselves in society, so I let them speak quietly while my actions speak wider. See, they be hiding in privacy with the screen. Oh, the irony to hate someone who's trying to be whatever they would like to be. We all feel the anxiety, we make our own rivalries. Yo, so where is all the positivity? I feel like we all just hate on everything, is killing me. Thoughts build quick, causing different possibilities. Negative thoughts will cause different disabilities. So do better, work hard under pressure. If you got no time, work smarter than ever. Don't ever let them tell you that you can't ever say never. And turn your mind into the truest to go-getters. Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah. You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
The Discovery Trail in Skull Rock is a short trail to an iconic Skull Rock and Face Rock. This is an approximately 1.5 mile loop hike.
That is Face Rock. The Pinto Basin Scenic Road is approximately 36 miles one way, and it connects the north entrance to the south entrance of the park. The road showcases the transition from the Mojave high desert to the Colorado low desert. Along the way, you will pass several hikes such as Mastodon Peak, Lost Palms Oasis, and Bajada Nature Trail, as well as several pullouts and Cottonwood Visitor Center and Campground. Alright guys, so next up is the scenic road for Pinto Basin. This road will take you all the way to the Cottonwood campgrounds and the very southeast end of the park. And it's the only part of the road that goes from north to south through the park. So yeah, let's go do it.
Safer. Nice. And it's not under that rock.
The Bajada Nature Trail is a short 0.3-mile nature trail that focuses on low desert/Colorado desert plants in the southern end of the park. Mastodon Peak Trail is a beautiful trail that takes you past palm oases and old mining shafts before leading you to the peak of Mastodon Peak. This is a beautiful trail in the southern end of the park.
So, Mastodon Peak Trail takes you to right there. If you go around the back, there's a bit of a rock scramble, nothing too bad. And you get to the very top at Mastodon Peak. 60-degree views. How cool is that? California Hiking and Riding Trail is the crown jewel of Joshua Tree National Park. It offers a deep dive into the high desert of Joshua Tree and the Mojave Desert. Unlike a lot of the shorter hikes, this trail offers a vast,
37-mile cross-section of the Mojave Desert's most iconic landscapes. In particular, the first 18 miles of this trail is absolutely stunning. The trail also offers bird trails for additional miles, such as to Quail Mountain and other areas of interest in the park. Finally, there is no water on this trail. You must cache water. This is the single best hike Joshua Tree National Park has to offer. All right, guys, we are starting the California hiking and riding trail. It is 38 miles through the Mojave Desert. We're following that red line. So today, my goal is to do about 10-ish miles, nothing crazy, and then see how I feel, and maybe do a day hike up to Quail Mountain. Let me start this. So, do 10 miles, call it a day, set up camp, and maybe do a day hike to Quail Mountain, which is the tallest mountain in Joshua Tree National Park. And let's see how I feel. Right now it's 66 degrees, so perfect temperature. But I know it's gonna get hotter, and tomorrow's gonna get a lot hotter. And then Friday, when I finish it up, I think it's gonna get to 85. So hopefully I'll finish before that sun really hits on Friday. I think I only have 12 miles to finish up my hike on Friday. Let's get to it. So if you start at Black Rock, you have first 6 miles of climbing. It's only about 1,300 feet, so nothing crazy, but it is a constant uphill, and actually it's pretty mild. Yesterday I did Ryan Mountain, and it was 1,100 feet of elevation gain and 1.5 miles. So this should be about 4 times easier. So not too bad. And the trail is a hiking and horse riding trail. So it's graded for horses. So it should be a pleasant uphill. Just a mile in. It's gorgeous out here. Day 5 of no human contact. Virtually, other than passing hikers and saying happy trails or hello. Let's see if I go a little crazy. I mean, this is exactly what I wanted. To be out here in the middle of nowhere, in nature, in beauty, completely alone. This is a great reset.
So, after being in the desert for 5 days alone, you start making friends. And this is my friend Joshua. People say he's as tall as a tree. But he yuck ain't having it.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient.
Here's my friend Cholla. She's very prickly. Be careful what you say. It's just so pretty. 1.6 miles. I got a soul out here but me. And my friends Joshua and Cholla, of course.
Everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Alright guys, so here you got trail intersection. And I just love these mountains. Walking along like the valley in between these mountains, it's gorgeous. About 2.1 miles. We climb just shy of 400 feet. You know, we come to the intersection, cliff trail. But we continue straight.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Joshua trees in this part start to disappear a little bit more. You don't see them as heavily and as densely as you did before. Definitely feels like we're entering into a different kind of ecosystem, different type of trees.
Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
At about 3.5 past the intersection of a Bigfoot trail, and you continue going straight. Alright, I've been averaging about 2.5 miles an hour. Temperature is definitely getting hotter. I think we get into about mile 4, which is 66% done with this climb. Take a little water break. All right, guys, we're just over 4 miles. We climbed about 830 feet. And I'm gonna find a place that's suitable for a little water and snack break. Because it's getting hot. And I've been hiking for about an hour and 32 minutes. I don't think finding a place out of the shade is gonna work. If I wait for some place in the shade, I'm gonna make it back to my car. 33 miles. We are just over 5 miles. Climbed 1,200 feet in just under an hour and 55 minutes hiking. So I think this climb goes for another half a mile or so. And then it goes downhill for a bit. And then right back up for a bit. And that should be the last major climb. So most of the climbing on this trail from this direction happens on day 1. About 5.4. Come to the side. Eureka Peak goes up that way. Upper Covington Flats goes this way. California Hiking and Riding Trail goes this way. Just past that intersection, you have Desert Horn Trail. And they have a horn right there, how fitting. Now I am almost at the top of this climb. Looks like we made it to the ridge line. Alright, now we just continue on straight. My only little bit of shade this whole trip. That breeze is welcomed. Wow. Some big ones right there, Jesus. Might be the biggest one I've seen right ahead of us. I think they could grow up to 40 feet tall. .4 miles in. Still just walking through this open meadow, beautiful trail. Man, and easy hiking too. And I see a road up ahead and some cars. Dirt road, of course. Oh man, I could have drove my car up here and not have to carry all this water. Upper Covington Flats. I am here. I'm trying to, I'm right here. I'm trying to camp somewhere around here. I've come 7.7 miles in 2 hours and 52 minutes. Pretty good pace. But I'm getting tired. I don't know what it is. But I used to be able to hike long distances. Now, after a couple of miles, 6 to 8 miles, I start getting tired. My feet start to hurt. My knees hurt. My shins hurt specifically. So hopefully getting back to where I was. This is my friend Juniper. His parents wanted to call him after the planet, but they're both dyslexic. 8.6 miles. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna take a little break here. So it's a little over 9.8. Alright, we have a bunch of those jumbo rocks. Where this goes uphill until you intersect the side trail to Quail Mountain. Joshua Tree's tallest mountain. That's what desert hiking's like. I'm in my tent, trying to find the tiniest bit of shade from the sun. It's 3 o'clock. I finished hiking around 2:30. I started about 10, so for 10.5 miles, 4.5 hours with all the breaks and pitchers, that's not a bad hiking pace. But my legs feel it. They're exhausted. I feel like stiff, like really bad general soreness in my calves, and like shin splints on my left foot and high like ankle. So like high ankle sprain versus slash shin splints. So what I'm learning is I suck. I don't know how. Just last September I did Half Dome, 6,000 feet of elevation gain, 18 miles. And I was tired, but I wasn't broken afterwards. Whereas now I feel broken. And I did 10.5 miles. Which is to say virtually nothing when I was on the AT. My goal was always to do at least 10 miles by noon, if not 12. And here I am being done at what used to be halftime and lunchtime. So yeah, it's disappointing. I'm trying not to curse. It's very, 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 very effing disappointing. I gotta reevaluate what I could do and what I can't do, or get in better shape. Anyways, done ranting. It's hot in this tent. It's even hotter outside, so I'm out. Just here collecting flies. Probably like 30 of these suckers. Alright guys, it's just before 7 a.m. I'm taking off. I camped down that little wash right there. Continuing on the California hiking and riding trail. I got 16 miles today is the goal. Hopefully before 2 o'clock. But I might be pushing it. Actually, maybe not. I don't know, we'll see. My pack definitely feels a little lighter. Of the 5 liters, I only have 1 left for 8 miles to my water cache. Alright, let's get to it. Just gorgeous in here. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, people who come to Joshua Tree and don't get back out here, they have a different experience of the park than those of us who do. Holy crap. This is pretty. You can see those snow-covered mountains still. It's nuts. Just gorgeous. Trail goes that way and then just goes along that ridge, and the sun's trying to peek out over there. These are some tall mountains. God, this place is so pretty. That's facing the direction of the trail. We came from all the way up there, down this little ridge line. Morning and dusk in the desert is by far the best. Golden hour, temperatures are calm, everything seems to light up, and in the morning you're just treated to all the birds just chirping away, and very cold temperatures. It's just super nice. At about 13.4, you come to this beautiful campsite right off the trail. At the base of that beautiful ridge line that we walked along. Very pretty. At about 12.6, you start a little bit of a climb. I think this is the last major climb of the whole trail. I think it's like 600 feet, 700 feet, a mile, mile and a half. Oh, nice little campsite right there. Holy crap. I wish I had picked one of these. 2 campsites right here. 12.6. Just shy of 13 miles. $13.75. You have a campsite here for 1 tent. Yeah, just one. Alright, I think we made it to the top of the climb. But I might be wrong, we're at 14 miles. These first 14 miles is absolutely gorgeous. I think I have in my mind to come back in November and do this trail. Do it a little differently, pick some cooler campsites, and stash more water than I did this time. This is pretty awesome. It's 14.7. Once you make it to the top of that climb, about 14 miles, it is largely flat to slightly downhill. You're just walking through this meadow with mountains all around you. Very cool. Got about 4 miles to my next water stash, and I got about I got about 4 miles to my next water stash and about a quarter of a liter left. Should be doable. I just drank a little over half a liter, so that should get me there. All right, over now. About 13.3. Continue along this flat meadow, but the Joshua trees make a return. And California junipers. So they never really went away. Shortly after making that video, you come to the side trail of Stube Springs Loop. There is no camping here, so the California Hiking and riding trail continues this way. I think about 3.7 more miles to my water stash at Juniper Flat / Keys View Road. And I hope it's still there. If it's not, I'm gonna have to call this. Ain't no way I could do this. Even though it's mostly downhill. The temperature isn't too crazy right now, but I know what it's gonna be like at 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just too hot, too much direct sun to do without water. So I'm sure it will be there. But the stuff you worry about when you're in the middle of the desert, someone messing with my water. .7. Golly. The briefest of uphills. You get to some amazing views again. Wow, 16.2. At 17 miles, trail continues down meadows and up at the top, gradual downhill, super gradual. And off in the distance, you see the road. I imagine about less than 2 miles for sure I'll be there. 17.3. You come to the other Stube Springs loop trail. And we got 1.5 till Juniper Flats. So it's starting to get a little hot. It's 9:30. We're at about 18.1 miles, probably about 0.8, 0.7, probably 0.6, I don't know, 0.7 from the road. I'm starting to get a little loopy. I could use some water and a break, get off my feet for a bit, find some shade, I hope, have lunch, because I skipped breakfast. Maybe have breakfast. It's 10 o'clock. Not even. Alright guys, 18.4. You get out of those mountains from behind us and you get into this flat basin area. Got the Juniper Flats, got my water. Don't think it's enough, but it will do. So it's about 10:20 and I just had an early lunch. I had my water stashed there, 5 liters, carrying 4 in my back. You could hear my backpack groaning under the additional 9 pounds of weight. And I drank a liter for my lunch. So from now, we're at the halfway point. We just crossed over Keys Road and we're heading behind Ryan Mountain. And yeah, here we go. Starting to look a little different. More of the jumbo rocks. We're at 19.5. I'm guessing the trail goes this way. 6.6 miles to Geology Key Road, and then my campsite's about a mile past that. Alright, over and out. See a little bit of climbing in my future. 20.6 or 20.7. We got a little bit of climb from Ryan Mountain. And this is what you're looking at. Heat is starting to get to me. So the goal is going to be hike 4 straight miles, take a long water break, hike 1.5 miles, take a short water break, hike 1.5 miles, call it a night. I don't even know if I can make it 4 miles in this heat. This is what the trail looks like at 21.5. $21.7. It's 22 miles, more or less. $22.6. 22.8. I start to come across some big boulders. Not a whole lot, but a few. At 24.3. Figured I'd show you a little bit of the trail. Last couple of miles have looked and felt exactly the same. Some jagged rocks off in the distance, some mountains. You're just walking through this flat, open area, desert. It's about 1 o'clock, and the holy crap pod is coming. All right, guys, 25.4. We are at Geology Road, and I could have cached water here too. Ain't that a shame? I got about a mile left. I'll find a campsite somewhere up in here. Stage 3 of hiking through the Mojave Desert through Joshua Tree National Park in March. 1 p.m. So this is what it feels like to hike on the surface of the sun. Get it. Stage 4 of backpacking through the Mojave Desert in Joshua Tree National Park. 3 p.m. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. And he ain't gonna hike no more. All right, guys, at 26.2, you'll see jumbo rocks off to your left and some rocks off to your right. Mountains. And I'm starting to get a little delirious. I need to get out of the sun. 26.7. You come to behind Jumbo Rocks Campground, and I think I see the little spur from my campsite, and I am done for the day. I'm setting up my tent and going in and letting the heat pass. It is 2 o'clock. One more hour will be the hottest part of the day. The only place where I can get a little bit of shade. Hopefully there's no rattlers in here. I'm gonna take a nap. So one thing I noticed is that if you take off your shades, it instantly gets 5 degrees hotter. It's like a different world with the shades on and shades off. Jesus. Also, for the next now 3 hours, I am going to be hanging out in this little crack with hopefully not Mr. Rattlesnake. It is too hot to set up my tent. I did that yesterday and I was just getting cooked in there. So unless too many mosquitoes find me, this is going to be home until about 5 p.m. when life becomes great again. Temperatures get much cooler and I'll set up my tent and have dinner. Oh, why not keep hiking since it's so early in the day, 2 p.m.? Well, a couple of reasons. I'll die. I don't have enough water for it. I probably have 2 liters left, which will get me through the night and into the morning. I do have 4 liters stashed away in about 4 miles. But that just puts me in a bigger predicament of, do I just finish today? And then where do I sleep today? So I'm going to do what I originally planned. Did my 17 miles today. Calling it a day, 2. And I'm going to just enjoy it as much as I can. My voice is starting to go, which is crazy. I did get a little loopy there for a while. So I'm gonna enjoy being out of the sun. I don't think it's the heat really. I mean, it's mid 70s, maybe 77. It's not crazy hot, but that sun is just, there's no break from it. From the moment it comes up to the moment it goes down, you can't get away from it on the trail. And around 11, 12, it starts to become a little oppressive. 1 is just horrific. 2, it gets worse. 3 gets worse. That's the hottest time of the day as well. And then around 4, it gets mildly better, but 5, you'll notice a difference. The temperature drops significantly, and the world is better instantly. So, all right, I'm out of here. I'm just rambling now. But here's my view. Backpacking through the Mojave Desert in Joshua Tree National Park, Part 5. At 5 p.m., the world becomes a better place. You climb on rocks, the sun is going down, you have shade, you've eaten, you got some water, you almost fall over, and you set up tent, and the world is all right. Everything's well with the world. Look at this place. I can't believe I thought I was going to die. That is some tight quarters. I can't really get in or out, so once I go in, I gotta make sure I never come back out until it's morning. Look at this beautiful thing. Look at it. It's called shade, guys. Shade. It is glorious and amazing. See? The sun can't get me. All day, no shade. For around 2 o'clock, I saw the tiniest bit of shade right here. So I came up to here and basically laid under that rock for the little bit of shade I got. As the sun keeps going down, I get more and more shade. I got burnt. I'm burnt. My whole right side is just burnt. Which makes sense, I guess. I'm heading west to east. Okay. Let's get a sunset, call it a day. I spent 5 hours on the other side of that rock, hiding from the sun yesterday. And I camped right here against this rock, had both vestibules open. And now it's the final day. It's crazy to think in 16 hours I'm going to be on a flight home. I still got 10 miles of hiking to do. All right, let's get to it. Stage 1 of hiking the Mojave Desert in Joshua Tree National Park in March, 7 a.m. And all is right with the world. The sun's just coming up. It's the perfect temperature. Birds are chirping. Everything feels absolutely amazing. Nothing could possibly go wrong today. Mile marker 28, more or less. My numbers are now a little off. Still see mountains off to your right. Dead on ahead, I see the Twin Tanks, Arch Rock, all of that parking lot where I hopefully stashed some water. This time, not in a beer box because I didn't see it. So I just hid it in a bush, a little off trail, and put a little arrow marker. So hopefully it's still there. But I would say, even if it's not there, I could probably finish this. I'll be dehydrated, definitely thirsty, maybe a little dehydrated when I finish. But I have a half a liter, and it is all downhill. So I could do it in 3 hours, not even. All right, let's keep going. And about mile 29. I've been doing about 19-minute miles, hoping to keep that up. So this is over quickly before that sun gets too high. Today was supposed to get up to 85, 86. So, well, no part of that. Let's just get this done as fast as possible. And I'm coming up to Pinto Basin Road pretty soon. You see and hear the cars already. Now to find my water cache. I left an arrow here, which will take me to my water cache. That appears to still be here. Thank God. Alright, the trail just crosses over this road, Pinto Basin Road. So 7.1 to get this done. I just drank a liter, and I have a liter with me. That should be enough to get me to my car. Maybe I'll be a little thirsty when I get there. That's okay. I got water in my car. Let's keep this light and keep it moving. This is about 29. It's about 29.3 miles. Alright guys, we're at about 30.5. We have about 5.5 miles left. Figured I'd show you a little bit of the trail. Well, point two, we passed one of the first come, first serve campsites. It's a small little campsite. And yeah, I figured I'd show you a little bit of the trail. We're just hiking between two mountains, here and here. And occasionally you could hear the road off to your left. So it's about a half a mile, quarter of a mile to half a mile off to your left. So the trail here parallels the Park Boulevard Road and Pinto Basin Road all the way back down to the north entrance, backpacking parking plot, and the end of the trail. So you'll hear some road noise once in a while. It hasn't been too bad so far. All right, about 31.4 miles. It's just a gradual downhill. I'll be honest, I'm just booking it now. Not really enjoying it as much. I'm just trying to get out of the sun. The goal is just to make miles quickly. I'm still looking around, don't get me wrong. The wide trail, nothing to obstruct you, allows you to look around. But the primary goal is to finish quickly. All right. Oh my God, is it a dead mouse? Yep, dead mouse. That's crazy. When 1.7, we crossed the road again. Not entirely sure what road this is. Just walking between these mountains, enjoying life. At about just past that road crossing, the trail takes you away from the road and into this meadow. Made me think it's barely a trail here. You can see it's all grass. Makes me think that I might have gone the wrong way. I see a trail sign there. All right. My watch shows me on the trail. It's beautiful in here though. I was promised it was all downhill. So the trail here, like I said, takes a detour through like the saddle of two mountains. And I'm guessing it's to get away from the road. I just passed a wash that would make for a good campsite. So I'm guessing that's why they routed it this way. So you could camp on some of these washes out here away from the road. Or maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about, which is completely reasonable response. Where are these? I'm at 33.5. Beautiful patches of wildflowers here. Stage 2 of backpacking through the Mojave Desert in Joshua Tree National Park, 10:30 a.m. All right, son, be cool. Let's keep everything the way it is. I'm already starting to feel you burn me a little bit. It's starting to get hotter. Let's just keep it cool. Everything's gonna be okay. No need to get rowdy here. Let's just keep it as it is. Let's keep it moving. All right, guys, we're at mile 35. Got 1.2 left, and the trail looks mostly like this. It's been like this for a hot minute. Just heading north to the parking area, downhill the whole way. We're at 35.4. I'm really close to the end now. I think the next video will be at the finish line. Alright guys, 36.3 miles. We did it. We hiked the California Hiking and Riding Trail. I'm at North Entrance. Now, get some water, get a shower, and get lunch. Those are the 3 priorities in that order. The first 18 miles of this trail was absolutely gorgeous. Last 10 were okay. All right, I'm out of here.